Hello you guys, it's me Devlin, and welcome back to NBA 2K24. Who is texting me now? Yeah, got it. But, anyway guys, this is the second episode to NBA 2K24. So, we're gonna get right into the gameplay. I do love this castle. It's better than NBA 2K23. But let's get straight into the gameplay, into game number 2. We beat the Charlotte Hornets 71-47. Oh, I need to... Well, I'll do it in episode 3. Let's just play.
In my career this year, it's all about basketball. Come in as a generational prospect ready to cement your legacy. That's the challenge. You'll find plenty of optional side quests and storyline.
Are you kidding me?
Plus, you can now sim to key games against rivals across the NBA. Lead your team to victory and elevate your status in the league and around the world. Seasons are back and have more rewards than ever before. First, big news. Your progression tracks across both my career and my team. And this year,
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Randall will step in at the 4 with Robinson as the center. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And for the Hawks, outside the wings are Murray and Hunter. In the post, it's Bay and Capella. And it's MP in at the point. Hey, Greg, what are you looking for here as they enter their first night of a back-to-back?
We'll see how the coaching staff distributes minutes among the players. You don't want to overuse your guys tonight and leave them sluggish for tomorrow. It's about finding a balance.
They get it back. Here's Randall. Randall can't get that one to fall. And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. It helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's MP. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And we know they like having Brunson out there, Greg, a player they can run the entire offense through.
No doubt. And he can be trusted on to take the keys and just run things effectively. He keeps mistakes to a minimum, and he's a solid creator for his team.
Well, despite his size, Jalen Brunson loves to operate in the painted area.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now, here's MP. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done. Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
For 3, good, and the assist goes to Murray. 8 points for MP.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
And Brunson, here we go.
Boy, Jalen Brunson just reads what the defense concedes, and on that one, it's a drive.
The 3 from MP. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Here's Grimes. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Robinson finds Brunson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 7-point differential.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
The Knicks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
You know, this was about their perseverance and their conditioning. To me, that was the difference in overtime.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Johnson comes in for Sadiq Bey. Bogdanovich is checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Young is subbed in for DeJounte Murray. Now, here's Hart. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the NBA said expansion should wait until after the new CBA. Greg, that's done, so what new teams?
I mean, Kevin, it seems like Seattle's been waiting forever. Professional teams have been crowding into Las Vegas, and don't sleep on Mexico City. A lot of potential fans south of the border. I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
The 3 from MP. Another 3 for Atlanta.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Doubled by Okongwu. Quickly the pass to DiVincenzo. That one goes in.
DiVincenzo, assisted by Emmanuel.
107 left in the first. The Hawks leading by 9. From the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. MP's got 20.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
To the paint. Here's Hart. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
From Emmanuel quickly.
There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. MP against Quickly. Johnson surveying the floor. Launches a 3. They get it again.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Here's Quickly. 14 points from him the last game against Boston.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Here's Sims. A 12-point game. DiVincenzo can't hit it. The 3 from MP. Hits it from three-point range. 23 points in the game.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And if they keep... And if you're...
Substitution on the floor.
New group on the floor. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, misses the three. Knicks trail by 15, setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Hart, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Sims in at the power forward position.
Coaches talk often about the competitor Jalen Brunson is. Boy, you see it on that kind of tough bucket.
Since moving to Atlanta in 1968, Greg, the Hawks have never been to the NBA Finals.
That is insane, Kevin. I mean, you think back to all the great players they've had, from Dominique Wilkins to now Trae Young. Hawks fans are hungry for a trip to the finals.
And that one's good. MP.
Number 22.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Brunson scanning the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Brunson's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
The three from MP. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Number 22.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now. Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And here's MP for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Passes it to Brunson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Bogdanovich passes to MP. Good! Another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Floats one. Bucket is good. Brunson's got 14 points.
Superb touch on the teardrop. Jalen Brunson so good with the floater.
MP, no good. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to...
35.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
The post pairing, Bay along with Okongwu. Outside, the wings are Murray and Hunter. And it's MP in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. New York City remains a basketball mecca. NYC legend and former Knick Mark Jackson always talks up the basketball environment. He says, coming up in New York, it's all about the grit, the grind, the edge, the competitiveness, the swag, the confidence, the struggle, and the embracing of the bright lights. Kevin?
Well, it's all there, and it is the biggest stage for sure. David, thanks. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Hart. Okongwu grabs the board.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And again for 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Greg, you spent your first 4 seasons playing in New York. What's that like?
When the Knicks are winning, Kevin, there is no place you'd rather be. The fans are incredibly smart, loyal, and they'll treat you like a king. But no doubt that media pressure is for real.
Hunter kicks to MP. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by MP.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
MP against Brunson. And here's MP for three. Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Hands it from downtown.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Atlanta calls timeout. When it comes to the essential components of a winning team, GA, how much importance do you place on veteran leadership?
Kevin, I think it's important. You want a few guys in the locker room who've seen it all. Players who can keep the ship steady if the team kind of goes awry or has a tough stretch.
For a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Griffin comes in for Sadiq Bey. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. And Trae Young subbed in for MP. Then for the Knicks. Atlanta making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for A.J. Griffin. DeJounte Murray comes in for Bogdanovich. And MP subbed in for good. Another from three.
And that is a three that would put him in the record book.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And listen to this crowd. They are letting him hear it.
Greg, as well they should. One of the great three-point shooting displays we've seen in league history.
I'm not sure I've seen a player this dialed in from deep. Every time he lets it fly, you know it's going to fall.
Atlanta making a switch here. Okongwu is checked in. Fournier is checked in for the Knicks. And New York looking at who they've got. Randall will step in at the 4 with Robinson as the center. Jalen Brunson out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Hart in at the small forward.
Jalen Brunson right now attacking without hesitation. His foot is on the gas pedal.
MP, that's for 2. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. The 3 from MP. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Inside. Hart, that's good. 6 points for Josh Hart.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
The 3 from MP. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Brunson against MP. And the foul called on MP.
Number 22.
That's his first foul. Greg, we heard Giannis after last year's playoffs. He was asked whether his season was a failure. Is that a fair term to throw around?
Kevin, I think it's all semantics. You know, whether you say failure, falling short, unsuccessful, disappointing, they all amount to pretty much the same thing.
Johnson. It's rebounded by New York. Jacks up a 3. And again, Atlanta with the triple. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Atlanta.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Atlanta.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Hartenstein. To the middle. Bogdanovich against DiVincenzo. Can't cash in from close range. MP outside. Here's the 3. And it's Grimes with the rebound. The pass to DiVincenzo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
His first.
It goes on Jalen Johnson.
At the line for the Knicks.
And that one misses.
DiVincenzo.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Great game tonight. You really had it working on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, man, I was just trying to stay aggressive. You know, my teammates were looking for me on the offensive end. And I just tried to take advantage, look for my shot, and stay hungry on the end of the court.
Do you see yourself as the go-to player on this team?
Come on, man. You know I do, man. But not because I have a big ego, but because, you know, someone needs to step up and take those big shots. Man, I've never been afraid to take responsibility.
Great. Thanks, man.
And I just realized I was talking this whole time with my I'm sorry about that, guys. Anyway, that was game 2. As you saw, we are 0-2, and we signed with Jordan Brand. But like I was saying earlier, we started in the neighborhood. We're gonna end in the neighborhood at the Jordan store. So, let's get to this. Because I did sign with the Jordan Brand. So let's see if I can get some free shoes. Because I think if I sign with them, I get free shoes. I don't know. Surprisingly, Jordan Store's right here. I don't.
I like it. Great choice.
Now, let's see what money I have going into Adidas for outerwear. 1,000. I might get Ultra Young. So the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. I I just have to find his second signature shit, and I might get the Dawn issue 5s. Anyway, guys. Go to close. Let's go. And I've already made 2 signature shoes in NBA 2K23. So, if I make a signature shoe, it's going to be my 3rd signature shoe. Signature shoe 3 and 4 are going to be in this game. But our next game is against Milwaukee. 1-0 or 2-0. Of course, we're on the road again. But I will see all of you in the next one. Peace.